Welcome to One Girl in All the World, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
Kimmy, Buffy newbie.
You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram with new episodes on Tuesdays. Okay, again, first of all, I need to make an apology to you and to our listeners and our viewers because I have thought about my actions and I regret giving Out of My Mind a 4.9. Because I did, and you were like, what? Because you gave it a 4.
Yeah, I did.
After a reflection on my actions, I regret that. So that was going off of the high of the sex dream at the end of the episode.
Oh.
So I would like to rescind my 4.9, because that was silly. That was silly.
Is it 4.8?
No. 4.4.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm going to rescind my 4.9. That was mania-induced madness.
It's okay. I understand.
Okay, so apologies to everyone for... That's not in my character to do that.
It can get the best of us sometimes.
It did. I regret
the fantasy, which I apparently understand will become reality.
I don't know. She hates him.
I've seen enough Instagram spoilers now.
Yeah, no, could just be he'd be very lucid dreamer.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I've already had his dreams.
Right.
All right, so after I've got that off my chest, all right, we're talking about No Place Like Home, which was actually made me. Yeah, I was like, why did I give the other one before a 4.9? That was silly.
This one's better. Yeah,
banger. This one's a banger, I think.
That's really good. Yeah.
Okay, so No Place Like Home originally aired October 24th, 2000, written by Douglas Petrie and directed by David Solomon. The synopsis is, an unseen evil comes to Sunnydale that helps, but I don't know if that was supposed to be double that helps Buffy discover more about her little sister Dawn, and the girls are distressed and confused when their mom suddenly becomes ill without any clear explanation, medical or supernatural. Alrighty. So we have a little cool flashback. Is how we start the episode, in a monastery. Oh, and first, of course, I'm wearing my Out for a Walk Bitch shirt, because I've been waiting for this moment.
5 words or less.
Long seasons. Yee! Yeah, and this is actually the second shirt someone has bought me. You bought me this for my birthday. My sister had got me one before, years past, so...
that's funny. Okay.
Yes, we like it.
Nice.
Out for a Walk Bitch. Okay, so... we started in a monastery, it said 2 months ago, and these monks are running through a hallway, seemingly running from something, scared. And they're speaking in a different language, but they're saying, we have to protect the key. Our lives don't matter, we have to protect the key. And they run into a room with another monk, they bar the door, and they have to do this ritual.
And they're chanting.
And something is, banging, the door in, basically.
Something really big and scary, it seems like.
Strong, for sure. And then there was oh, and then this light shoots up and wind shoots up and then everything goes dark. So whatever the ritual was, it happened. We're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
And then the door, the door explodes, really.
But whatever it is, it's too late.
And that was 2 months ago. So then we go to now. Where we're in an abandoned factory. Seems to be a lot of those in Sunnydale. Where Buffy's fighting a vampire with
He's huge.
Yeah, he's big. So apparently his shirt that he's wearing is a German heavy metal band called Accept.
Huh.
And I didn't even... Thanks, Internet. I did not notice this myself. And I asked Matt, because Matt loves, heavy metal.
Did he know who they were?
My husband. I was like, do you know who this band is? He's like, no. I'm like, well, you should look them up, because they were on Buffy. Kind of. So it's a heavy metal band. And... they have this little, whatever, back and forth, the quips and, the whatever.
Well, he's all about, I want to get the Slayer. It's everybody wants the Slayer. It's so funny how you all think you're going to be able to get her.
You're all the one. You're all the exception.
Exactly. Yes.
But Spike, who's killed 2, can't kill her.
Yeah.
But you, just fresh out of the grave, is going to get lucky. Yeah. Okay, so she stakes him, whatever. And then a security guard comes over and... says, hey, you here for that rave? I already chased everybody out of here. I don't care, but I don't own the place. I'm the security guard. I got to keep people out of here.
And she's like, oh, yes, rave.
Yes, rave. Dang, hey, missed that rave. And so she's going to leave, and he's like, well, take this glowy thing with you. This has been over here. And he thinks it's from the rave. So he gives her this, like, golden
ball
orb.
Yes, orb.
It's kind of, it's golden, and it has, like, a light in it, like, emanating from it. So it's a little bit see-through, kind of, like, a little bit translucent.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, okay, I'll take this. Obviously, it looks supernatural. So she takes it with her, but she has no idea what it is. So we go to the credits, and we come back to Buffy's house, and Buffy's making a Pamper Mom platter for Joyce, because Joyce is not doing well. Who
takes the credit for that?
Dawn takes the credit when Joyce comes in and sees it. She takes credit for it, and that is like, oh, you little out for a walk. All right, so Buffy's worried. She's trying to follow up, like, what did the doctor say? Like, you know, she's trying to get more information from her mom on what's going on, and they don't know. They don't know. She has headaches, and she's, like, staying home from work.
Yeah, she just doesn't seem to be, like, her energy's low. She's fatigued.
Yeah. Headaches. And she tries to, Joyce really tries to assuage her worry. She's like, you know, they're going to try to find out. I have these pills in the meantime I need to take. And she's like, you guys aren't supposed to worry about me. I'm supposed to worry about you. Yep. She's like, you're a vampire slayer. And Dawn is a pumpkin belly.
Yeah, that's such a weird nickname.
Yeah. I call my niece and nephew Pumpkin all the time. I don't call them Pumpkin bellies.
Pumpkin. Yeah, no, Pumpkin's cute. Like, my dad used to call me that. But Pumpkin belly is just, that's weird.
Yeah, Pumpkin belly. And
Buffy gets a little jealous.
Like, did you have any names for me? She's like, no.
Yeah.
You were just Buffy. She's like, oh, okay. All right. So Joyce is like, what are you doing here? Isn't today's Giles' grand opening? Yeah, so it's today, the grand opening of the magic box, and she's going to go. And Joyce and Dawn apparently have a book club together that Buffy knows nothing about, which is so mean.
Yeah.
I feel like that they didn't even ask Buffy if she wanted to be included.
No, they're just, like, they're making me hate on Dawn more and more.
Yeah, it's that whole thing, which is a real thing, when the kid that you don't have to worry about. I mean, I know you have to worry about Buffy from danger, but Buffy can really handle herself, and she's grown up really quickly, really early. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Joyce maybe feels like Buffy doesn't need the parenting that Dawn needs. And that is a common mistake some parents make with the child that they don't need to worry about. When they do need to, like, still need the attention, still need that, all that.
But so also, it kind of makes me feel like maybe Buffy didn't get that attention when she was that age either, though, which is crappy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, it's just like, I kind of screwed up with Buffy, so I'll try to do better with Dawn, but I'm still going to keep ignoring Buffy.
Yeah, so Buffy's like, you know, obviously they have a book club. It doesn't include her. So she's like, Joyce really needs rest, and so she takes Dawn with her to the magic box. So she just gets out of her mom's hair, because she's just like, we can do board games, and you can look at my report and all this. And she's like, no, Mom needs to rest. So at the magic box, Buffy walks in, and it's empty. And Giles is just standing there in the middle of the store in a complete wizard outfit.
That's what, like, Fantasia made me think of.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. But like a wizard, a pointy hat and a robe.
And nobody's there, and it's kind of sad.
Nobody's there, poor thing. So, yeah, he's like, hey, don't worry, like, Dawn comes in. She's like, when is it open? He's like, yeah, it's been open for, like, hours now, so. But don't worry, like, people will come. So then Buffy says that she's, like, worried about her mom. They can't find anything wrong with her. Riley and Willow show up. Willow's very excited for Giles' costume. She's like, where's the costume? And then Buffy shows them the orb. And I like when Giles has some really good lines in this episode. I like when he says, oh, it's obviously supernatural. And she's like, well, how can you tell? He's like, it's so shiny.
Yeah, that was a really good line.
I loved it. And then she's like, okay, I better patrol, like, maybe something left this around or whatever.
Oh, this scene.
Course, Riley says, yeah, we'll patrol, like, we should, or maybe he said patrol first or whatever. And Dawn, like, really dumps Buffy in it.
And did she do this on purpose, I feel like?
I mean, she feigns ignorance.
She didn't. But like, oh my God, come on.
Like, you're 14. Like, you don't understand, like, what's happening. This is, like, a 12-year-old thing. Again, like, I feel like a 12-year-old might,
even a 12-year-old might know
I mean, maybe I could be like, okay, that went over your head that you weren't supposed to say that. Like, she's saying that Riley is so much cuter when he's like kittenish and weak, basically, and that he can't patrol with her because he'll get hurt and all this. And everyone's just like, oh.
Yeah. Because Riley was already feeling like.
Yeah. And he's like, you know what? Let me go in the training room. I need to like beat things up or whatever. Like I need to do some physical whatever. So he goes and she's like, we are leaving. So like, you've already messed up enough. But Willow stops Buffy and tries to like stick up to her. She
empathizes with Dawn, which I'm just like, ugh.
Sure.
Good for her, I guess.
But she just can't get away with everything.
No,
you know what
she's
I mean?
like, no, she's like, go easy on her. And Buffy's like, I wish I was an only child.
Mm-hmm.
Which
like,
she
maybe
was
you were a few months ago.
A month ago, yeah, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It was.
And Buffy wants to be an only child. She's like, you have no idea how much I want to be an only child these days. All right, so they come back to Buffy's house. Joyce has more headaches. She's on the couch in pain. And Buffy runs to go fill the prescription the doctor gave her for the, I guess, headache medication.
Weirdly, she goes to the hospital to fill it, not like a pharmacy.
Yeah.
What is this, Kaiser?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, I remember getting your prescription for you at Kaiser. But, that's rare. Like, usually you don't do that. You go to, like, a CVS or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's California, so maybe she does have Kaiser.
Weird.
So at the hospital, Buffy runs into Ben. If you remember Ben from...
Dr. Ben, or, like...
Soon-to-be Dr. Ben.
Resident? He was a resident,
He's a resident, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So he's like, as your mom. Those are for your mom. Okay, yeah. And then he has somebody on a gurney in front of him, and he's, like, struggling, and he's, like, yelling, and obviously having some kind of episode.
Yep. Yeah, emotionally.
Mm-hmm. And Buffy realizes it's the janitor that she saw, like, the night before.
And the security guard, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I put janitor. It's a security guard, yeah. I don't know why I wrote janitor.
He's talking nonsense, talking about her family? Something about getting to her family? Yeah,
Buffy's like, this guy isn't crazy. Like, I literally saw him yesterday. He was fine. And he's like, well... I guess not, because look how he's acting, he's having problems. So he grabs Buffy's hand with the pills and he's like, these won't help. They come at you through your family. Like, they're coming for your family.
Yeah, it's weird.
And so they get him, like, sorted out. And then Buffy's like, whoa, okay, I think I might know what's happening with my mom. Like, something supernatural is coming from my mom.
Yep.
So at that abandoned building, one of the monks that we saw in the beginning is, I think, drawing on a map. Like, the way I kind of thought, like, maybe he was trying to find Buffy's house. Like, figure out where Buffy lives in Sunnydale.
Maybe.
But then there's pounding again on the door. And it breaks
big,
open.
Loud pounding.
Yeah, breaks open. And there's the Beast is there. Who is this curly blonde-haired woman.
In a red dress.
Yeah.
Not a unicorn or a fluffy teddy bear.
No, but you got the opposite of, like, what you think the Beast would be.
She was not what I was expecting a Beast to be, no.
Yeah. And she says she's been looking for him.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a good thing.
No, it sounds scary. She looks scary.
Yeah. She's badass.
Even though she looks like a woman, she looks very scary.
Yeah. At the Magic Box, Giles is so happy. Customers!
All the customers.
Yeah, all the customers. Anya comes up and is talking about how, like, she needs money now, and that's so annoying because she's never needed to afford things, and she's kind of giving him advice on, like, conjuring powder. She's like, you're being way overpriced for this. I can hook you up with the troll that sheds it. So she's like, because she's had a lot of experience and all this stuff. She's like, I can hook you up with my guy, with my troll. That will get you something much better. Straight from the source. So Buffy's there, and she's telling them that she thinks that whatever's hurting her mom is supernatural. And I put janitor again, but no, it's security guard. This is security guard. It would, they saw he went crazy overnight. And they're all kind of like, okay, we should stay away from this orb. But she's like, no, I've had it. We're all fine. It's not the orb.
It's not the orb. Yeah.
Yeah. But she's like, we're going to find out what this is and we're going to kill it. Because she's, like, very motivated because obviously her mom's in pain.
She's trying to get to her family.
Yeah. So back at the abandoned building and factory, the Beast has the monk tied up.
Yeah, and she wants the key. So we talked about them protecting the key earlier, and we saw that light thingy go up. Mm-hmm. So I kind of imagined the key was that glowing orb thing.
Yeah.
But that does not appear to be it later on in the episode.
Yeah.
And she's torturing him.
Yeah. And she's she's complaining about the world. Like, she's like, this place, and yada, yada, yada. Like, it's awful and everything. And she wants the key, like you said, and he won't talk. Like, the monk is like, nope, I'm not going to tell you anything.
And she's getting ready to kill him, basically. She's telling him that she'll kill him.
And he's like, yeah, she's like, just please, like, dude, just kill me. Because I'm not going to say anything and I'm in pain. So just kill me and then it will be over. Like, and they'll be good. It'll be good because you won't know anything. Yeah. And she starts to, like, get kind of disoriented and, like, talking crazy.
Bananas.
Yeah. She starts, like, glitching. But not in a mechanical way, but like in a mental way.
Yeah.
Like, she's not like a robot or anything. But
almost like she's in two places at once or something.
Yeah. And so we see that behind her, she has another security guard, like, tied up. And she goes over to him and he's like, please don't hurt me, yada, yada, yada. But then she, like, puts her hands in his brain. And we could say brain sucks him. So, and then she's, like, normal. She's like, oh, that's so much better. So it's like she fed off of him.
Okay.
And it, like, restored her.
That was really sad, though.
Yeah. So he's not dead. Because he's still moving around. He's not dead.
Okay.
But, yeah. Keep that in mind. All right. So at the magic box, it's all hands on deck. Everyone is helping.
So busy.
So busy. Yeah, it's too busy. He went from no one to I can't handle this, basically. So everybody's helping out. Xander talks to Anya about customer service and how to talk to the customers because she gives him a bag and says, go away. So he's like, we usually say have a nice day. She's like, I don't care about their day. I have their money. He's like, I know. Nobody cares when they say that. They just say that. You know what I mean? So he's trying to help her out there. And Buffy's trying to look through the, like, books and everything about how to, like, find out how she can, like, figure out this, whatever's happening to her mom. And Anya says she wants to do a sorcerer that could go into a trance and see through spells, like see traces of spells.
Tirer la couverture?
Thank you. Yes. My pronunciation, I think, was a little bit more correct, but
obviously,
yes. And Giles says, yes, he was, like, very, like, trained to do this, and he's a little bit worried about Buffy doing it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I've been practicing
because she's been. Well, I mean, they did that handstand thingy where she was trying to be in a trance, and that didn't last very long. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah. So she sees, and they said when you do it, you would see something around your mom, like a mist or, like, maybe like a hand around her throat. You would see something off around her. So they decide, like, okay, we'll have her do it. So in Buffy's room, Riley is there to, air quotes, help because she wants him to feel useful.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so you want me to pour this around you and light some incense? And she's like, yeah, that's, like, helpful. And he's like, yeah, you don't need my help. I know you're just trying to, like, make me feel better. And he's like, I know you feel like you have to take care of me, but how about we take care of each other?
Yeah,
like, okay.
And that's fair.
I think that was a good way to handle that.
That was a constructive conversation.
Yeah, that was good on Riley, for sure. So he leaves. He's not like, okay, I'll stay and help anyway, but he just goes. Yep. He leaves, and Dawn's, like, interrupts it. So she starts the circle and all the stuff, and Dawn is, like, banging on the door, like, are you doing magic? Can I watch? And all this. And she's like,
she's so annoying.
Go away. So Dawn leaves and goes to her room, slams the door. So we see that, like, the color of the shot changes, and we can kind of see, like, we can tell that Buffy's
like
in the trance.
In the trance,
like, she can see things are looking different.
Yep.
So she walks downstairs. Her mom is saying that she's going to go out. She's feeling better, so she's going to go out for the night, like, get out of the house, everything. And Buffy's looking at her, and nothing looks weird. But over Joyce's shoulder, she sees a family picture, and Dawn is, like,
she's
fading. Yeah, like, fading or flickering in and out of the picture when Buffy and Joyce are just normal.
Yep.
And she's, like, looking at that, like, what the heck?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and then she's like, yeah, there's nothing at her mom.
And she picks it up and looks at it, and, like, Dawn just keeps disappearing.
Yeah. And then, so she looks at another picture, and it's the same thing. So it's a pattern here. Joyce leaves, so Buffy goes up to Dawn's room and opens the door. And I thought this whole thing was cool looking.
Yeah, it really was.
Like, even for, like, 2000. Like, it was cool.
Flicker between Dawn's room, the way Dawn has it decorated, and, like, before Dawn. Or, like
a storage room. Like, for like, where her mom had, like, a bunch of art in there, you can see. Like, it's art stacked up against the wall. Like, it's not used, really. Like, it's not definitely not her sister's room. Right? So it's, like, kind of like a storage room. But it goes back and forth. And then Dawn comes in behind her and says, like, what are you doing in my room? She turns around, and Dawn is, like, flickering in and out. Like, the whole room is flickering in and out with Dawn. I think she says, like, you're not my sister.
Yeah, she does say that.
Thing to say. Like, a statement.
And then, like, Dawn tries to talk back to her, and Buffy, like, pushes her up against the wall.
Yeah, Buffy confronts her and pushes her, hurts her. And because she's like, okay, well, you're not real. Like, you're hurting my mom. You're doing something. So she thinks she's like a demon or something. Like, she's not really like her sister. So, and accuses Dawn of hurting Joyce. And then she later, I guess, like a little bit later, and first the trance stops. You can see like the trance like goes away, like it ends. And then Buffy's on the phone with Giles, and he says that this orb that they found is the Dagon sphere. So it repels like a great evil, or that cannot which be named.
Okay.
Yeah. So he tells her.
Evil?
He tells her, like, be careful, because those kind of things are usually pretty bad. Like, when they can't, they have that kind of stuff around them. So, it's a protection thing. It's like, yeah. And she said, okay, I'm going to go back to the factory and snoop around, because whoever left it there might be there, or I have some way to find them. And then he asked about how the trance went. Did you find anything? And she starts to answer.
But then she sees Dawn.
She feels Dawn come into the room behind her, which I love. Like the
and the way senses. Dawn's expression looks, it looks sus to me. I'm just like, she looks like she's a demon or something.
Yeah. I mean, she's obviously, like, to be devil's advocate here, her sister just hurt her physically. So
physically and emotionally.
Yeah, she is going to be like, you bitch, Yep. So she just says, oh, nothing happened, and hangs up. Because she doesn't want Dawn to hear that she saw something funny with Dawn. So Buffy says she's going out and she'll be back. And she's like, Mom's coming home. Like, in a really weird, like, menacing way. And Buffy says, well, I'll be back first. So Buffy's going to go try to find out what's going on while Joyce is out.
Also, I thought, like, in previous episodes, we weren't allowed to leave Dawn by herself.
Yeah, but Joyce isn't there. So Buffy's like, yeah, whatever. If you're a demon or whatever, I don't care. If Joyce was there at the same time and they were both leaving, I think Joyce would have a problem with it.
Yeah, okay.
And at this point, Buffy's like, you know what I mean? The, like, risk of just not figuring out what's going on is too high. So, so at the factory... Oh, no, wait. Whoa, I know, sorry.
You missed your favorite part,
I know, I'm such a dummy. Okay, so Buffy was walking out the door, she's leaving, and she, again, senses something.
She's like... Well, yeah.
And she reaches out and pulls Spike out from behind the tree in her yard. And he's smoking. And he's very awkward. Hi, Buffy. Hi, Buffy.
And she's like, has zero patience for this. And she just smacks him.
Yeah. And she's like, why are you hanging out around my house? Like, I look at she's like, no one has time for this William. Because that's his real name. That's his name. And, he's like, I was out for a walk, and like, oh, actually, she says like 5 words or less. What are you doing here? He says, out. How did he do it? Yeah, out for a walk.
Bitch.
He gets that 5th word in there. Yes, and I'm wearing my out for a walk, bitch shirt. It's like such a classic.
I'm glad I finally realized what it's from now.
Because you've heard it before, like you've seen it around. Yes, obviously, you bought this shirt everywhere. For me. Yeah, I know. So people love that. One of Spike's best lines. So he's like, yeah, I was going for a walk. Your like self-centered worldview. You feel to like recognize that your house is between some parts and other parts of this town. So I was out here like walking by, and she's like, fine, just go. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll go. Well, I never liked you anyway, and you stupid hair. This hair again has come up. He's acting.
That part was so funny.
He's acting like he's got like an awkward crush on her or something. So it's a dream. So he leaves, and Buffy looks down at the tree, and there's like 10 cigarette butts there. So he's been like, hanging out there. He was not walking by. And then Buffy goes to the factory, and she finds the monk all tied up and tries to like to get him loose and everything. Yep. And the Beast is kind of like, I like when she's like sneaking up behind Buffy, but Buffy again, her senses are at top of her game in this episode, and she like kind of grabs the Beast. Like you call her the name.
She grabs her and she's like, I'm not stupid.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I've been doing this for. Don't worry. Like talking to the monk, and she's like, I'm not stupid. Like I know that you're sneaking up on me. And then we get a quick scene back at Buffy's house where Joyce is like guess what? I don't feel good after all. I came home early, and Dawn's like, Mommy, would you like some tea?
Yeah, that was super fucking creepy.
and Joyce is like, okay, thanks. Yeah, and we're like, oh God, don't drink the tea, Joyce. Don't drink it. It's demon tea.
It's poison tea.
It's poison. So yeah, Dawn's acting crazy.
And then Buffy, though, like when she says, I'm not stupid, damn if that demon doesn't like shove her all the way across.
Oh yeah, she like goes across the entire factory. We're like, oh no. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, this is maybe in over her head.
Yeah, and then at the magic box, it's closed. Anya is... Well, so it's Willow, Xander, and Giles are at the table, like, very
Giles is like, would someone please
tired.
rip that bloody bell off its hinges?
Yeah.
It's been day one and he's over it.
Yeah. And Anya is very animated. She's counting the money. She's like, we have to order more of these. We have to do this. And she's, like, very excited. And Giles offers her a job to work at the shop.
That's great.
And she's like, okay, boss. Like, she's very into it. Because, Anya's, like, developing a love of capitalism and a love of money. So this is, like, right up her alley. And she needs money because she's now human. So at the factory, the ass-kicking continues. Buffy is getting obliterated by this foe.
She realizes she's not gonna probably win, so she just grabs the monk and tries to run.
Yeah, and jumps out the window with him. Like, woo! Jumps out. And the beast is, like, mad and stomps her foot, breaks her heel, and she's really mad about that. And then, like, because she's so strong, like, it, like, messes with the foundation. Yeah, and the ceiling caves in on her. So, and then outside, Buffy's trying to get the monk, like, to safety, but he's dying. Yep. And so they stop there, and he tells her that the key must be protected. And she's like, okay, yeah, sure. It needs to be protected, but... And she's like, the Dagon Sphere? He's like, no. And she's like, well, what is it? And he said it was... It's energy. It's a portal.
Portal and energy portal? It opens the door.
Opens the door. Before, like, it had no form for centuries. And then the beast came... And they had to do a ritual to make it human. And they sent it to Buffy. And Buffy's like, well, who asked you to do that? Like, I don't agree with this. Like, what the heck?
And they're like, you cannot abandon it.
Yeah. And she's
it's
like,
helpless and innocent and needs protection.
Yeah. She's like, you put that in my house? Like, it's not my sister. And she's like, what about my... Oh, yeah, you have to protect it. And she's like, what about your memories? She's like, we made them up. Like, they aren't real.
Messed up.
Yeah, but she does say, and she starts calling Dawn like it and stuff. And she's like, yeah, she's human and innocent. And Dawn doesn't know any of this.
No,
Dawn doesn't realize that she's not hasn't always been human, that her memories are fake, or that she's not really part of the family. So
it's not her fault.
No. So Dawn is just being a brat. There's nothing more nefarious
teenage
to it.
Girl.
And he dies, and Buffy is shook.
Yeah.
So how did you take this scene? Like, how did you react?
I was like, okay, finally they told us what was going on. Because, like, yeah, especially in this episode, I was just like, why is she acting so weird? Like, this is obviously not a thing. I was not expecting this, though. I wasn't expecting her to be a portal. And I still don't really understand what the portal is. A portal to what? Like,
right.
What's it for? We still need to learn more about this.
Yes. Yeah.
And now that this monk is dead, I don't know how we're going to learn more about it.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that the other two didn't make it out.
Yeah,
period.
I'm assuming as well. Yeah. And then, like, when the roof caved in, did it take the beast out? Like, we don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I don't know. So Buffy's house, Buffy comes home, and she has like a pretty bad gash on her forehead. Yep. She comes home, and Dawn and her mom are sitting, like, kind of cuddling on the couch, and Dawn, like, runs upstairs when Buffy comes home because she's obviously pissed at her.
Yeah. And hurt and maybe a little frightened, actually. Yeah,
like when your sister has superpowers and she hurts you, like, physically, that's
not okay.
That's, so Buffy goes upstairs and apologizes to Dawn. Eventually, Dawn kind of accepts the apology.
Yeah.
And they actually kind of come back together, like, in their worry for their mom, their concern for their mom. Because, like, Buffy does know that to Dawn, that is her mother.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the concern is, like, genuine. And, like, she's starting to, like, see Dawn now obviously differently. Cause
she has to.
Yeah. So I think like the annoyance and everything is like gonna tamper down.
She's gonna see more. She's gonna be more Willow-like. She's gonna channel her inner Willow.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't want to see it for the whole season. Them being annoyed at each other. Okay, 5 episodes was enough.
I think Dawn's gonna get like. I mean, after this episode, I feel like I was realizing I think Dawn gets more annoying when Buffy like reacts the way she does. I feel like if she has more empathy and patience for her, that she probably won't be as annoying, honestly.
Yeah.
But we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. All right, so they're just kind of, Buffy's just kind of like combing her hair, like stroking her hand through her hair, and they're like just sitting there worried about their mom.
Yeah, and yeah, John's like, what's wrong with mom? And Buffy's like, I don't know.
Yeah. So that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much more to see. What's
going
on?
A lot happened in this episode.
Yeah. What's your favorite line?
I didn't even pick. Out for a walk, obviously. Out for a walk, bitch. It's like one of the best lines ever. So, out for a walk, bitch. Yeah. And then I didn't. I have to force myself not to just pick every Buffy and Spike scene. So I didn't. So I picked the scene between Buffy and the monk as my favorite scene because of all the exposition we get. We get a huge reveal of what Dawn is. And I mean, it's this whole episode. I'll talk about that later, I guess. But yeah, it's just a huge reveal of what Dawn is, like what's been going on. Why did this?
Although we still don't know everything, what she is.
Yeah, we don't know everything, but we know a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
More, and why she disappeared in the first episode of season 5. We know that why. So yeah, that was like this is a turning point for Buffy in the whole show.
Yeah.
Learning this, so.
Okay. My favorite line, also out for a walk, bitch. And I will pick that as my favorite scene because it made me laugh so hard.
Yay!
I was just me. Like, I never liked you anyway and you have stupid hair. I was dying.
Yeah.
And for our viewers, our listeners, I was texting Ashley during this scene and like typing it out, and I was like, it was just so funny. I
know. When you type out for a walk, bitch, I'm like, yeah, she's watching it.
It was so funny.
Good.
So, yeah.
See, it's not just me.
And it was just like 30 seconds or I don't know, a minute of whatever, but I was like, yes.
This is it's a great scene.
Episode. So far, the whole season so far, honestly.
Yeah, it was, but I'm gonna like try to rise above it of my you know. My wants. I'll do it for you. Okay, thank you. I'm happy.
What's your steak rating?
I gave this one a 5 out of 5. And I don't think I'll regret it.
Okay.
Because I also, this is very like hindsight as well. Like how consequential this episode is.
Oh.
So I wrote down the Dawn answer. We got, there's more to learn, but we got a huge like explanation of what's been going on.
We know what we basically know essentially what she is, even if we don't know everything about it.
Yeah, and like why
we know she's not her little sister.
Not her little sister, yeah, and all that. And like what about her memories? And like she did get some things answered in this episode. So that was huge. Joyce is still sick and getting sicker. So that'll have that's still gonna that's not going away in this episode. The Beast.
Yeah.
Who I will tell you right now is my favorite big bad of the whole show.
Okay.
And I guess that's a spoiler because that means she didn't die. Because it wouldn't be based on one.
I figured she didn't die.
Yeah. Because obviously that one scene would be enough to make her the best big bad. She's my favorite big bad. Obviously the awkward Spike, like things have been awakened by that dream, I think, even though he's shown like Spike. Infatuation with her previously.
I don't even know what they're gonna do with this. Like I know something happens, but like I just don't understand how we can go from Riley to this.
Yeah.
But okay.
Okay. Well, right now he's just sitting outside looking at her window, smoking.
Like a creep.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Riley feeling useless, even though he is now handling it a little bit better.
Yeah. He didn't have much play in this episode.
No, but it's a theme now. Like it's getting brought up like every single episode, I feel like. Okay. And then the magic box. The magic box is like up and running. It's the new library.
Very exciting.
It's the new like gathering point for all of them. Yeah. And I said like before, like when he first bought it, like it's one of my favorite sets in the show.
Yeah.
It's just all kinds of things happen there. So I'm just happy that it's like fully up and running and using it in like so many scenes and stuff. So love the magic box. Yeah.
Okay. I gave it a 4.5, which is, I think it's a pretty good rating for me.
Yeah, it is.
I did really like, learning about Dawn, because that was really starting to bug me, because I'm like, obviously she's not, she can't just magically appear. So yeah, that was good. The monks were interesting. I liked seeing that. I did like that they gave us a lot of information, but I'm still obviously wanting more. I want to know more about this portal thing and like, how do you make a portal human? And, I guess. I loved seeing the magic box open and how busy it is, and like seeing Anya thrive in that environment. That was so funny. And just like, even like at one point during the episode, someone was asking Willow to gift wrap something, and Willow like did a terrible job. And then Anya's like, "Oh, I got this," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's cute." I thought that was really cute. I really liked that. So Anya's time to shine. Even if her customer service skills are slightly lacking, she can work on that.
Go away. At least she said it with a smile.
She did. She did.
With a smile. She was happy that she got her money. Yeah.
She was very happy. So yeah, that was good. And yeah, the Beast, very cool villain in this episode. So yes, I do actually look forward to seeing more of her. And then I'm curious to know what's going on with Dawn.
Yeah.
And Riley is falling by the wayside. So I guess he's probably, my prediction is that they're going to break up at some point in this season, probably sooner than later.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. So the next episode is your question. Family. So whose family wants them to leave Sunnydale?
Wait, what? Whose family wants them to leave? So someone's family wants them to leave Sunnydale?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a family wanting someone to leave Sunnydale, not with them, but just leave.
With them.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I'm like, that's kind of mean.
That's kind of mean. Get out of town.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Does somebody have a breakdown with their family or whatever? Okay, well, I don't think it's gonna be Buffy, because her mom knows she has to be a slayer, unless they have to leave for some sort of medical treatment thing. I don't think it's going to be Xander, because his parents kind of suck. We haven't heard
they'd be like, stay here, we're leaving.
Yeah, exactly. I would guess we haven't seen Tara. We didn't see Tara in the last episode, did we?
She was, in the beginning, she was briefly hanging out in the magic box.
Okay. We don't know anything about her family. I'm going to either say Willow or actually Riley. Maybe it's Riley's family that wants him to leave Sunnydale, and then I don't know, maybe he does. Maybe him and Buffy finally break up in this episode.
Okay, so you're going with Riley?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Riley, and my second choice is Willow.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna go with Riley. Yeah, Riley, final answer. Let's do it.
Final answer.
Final answer.
And I just realized we were talking about, I don't know if it was like on when we were recording or if it was off, but we were saying like, oh man, it would have been so great to do Full for Love together. But we must have missed.
Which one are we doing together? What's it called?
Because next week is Family.
Yeah.
And then after that, you'll be together with here, and it's Full for Love.
Full for Love?
Yeah. Which is like one of my top 5 favorite episodes.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, that's exciting. Oh, it's because we skipped that one week, I think.
Is it? Okay.
Because we weren't going to, and then I don't remember what happened, but...
Okay, but I was like, wait, we are doing Full for Love, like when you're here. We're recording together. Okay, that worked out well then. That worked out well then.
That's exciting.
Because I'm so excited for that episode.
Okay, great.
All right, so that wraps up Season 5, Episode 5, No Place Like Home. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps, and YouTube and Instagram at One Girl in All of the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week with Season 5, Episode 6, Family. See you real soon.
Bye.